Hey guys, how y'all doing? Today I want to do a full tutorial of FORMI. We're going to get into all of the features, so let's jump right into it. So I'm logged in right now. As you can see, I do have the Pro subscription. I suggest you guys do the same. I want to show you guys all of the different features that FORMI has, and I want to walk you through an entire use case. So let's start with creating a new performance. You can see we have a few dancers that are preloaded automatically just to show you how it works. So I want to show you guys all of the basic features. So here's your stage right here. You can drag to select multiple dancers. You can move individual dancers around. This is going to be your first formation right here. If you click on the second formation, we can see where the dancers move in that second formation. When you are selected on the second formation, you can also see the transition into that formation that is also represented by the lines between these dancers. You can see the dancer's position in the previous formation as well as the path they took to get there. So I can move these dancers around now, and then when I swap between them just by pressing the left and right arrow keys, I can visualize that transition very easily. Let's say on the second page, the second formation, I don't want to see those we call them ghost dancers. I can remove that. I can remove the path, and I can also remove the dancers altogether. So you have a certain level of customizability there. So that is viewing a formation without any music, and as you can see, you just tab between them. But let's say I want to get the timing right. I want to change the speed of the dancers between formations. For that, I'm going to have to add a song. So I already have a couple pre-uploaded right here, but you can upload your own right here. I'm going to click on one, and I'm just keep the volume low so you guys can still hear me. But while the dancers are in the first formation, you can see nothing's going to happen. They're just going to stay still. But when they hit that transition into the second formation, those paths that we created earlier are going to be realized. So you saw those dancers move. I want to show you another use case. So we can see when I click on a dancer, I can see exactly where they came from. Let's click on curved path. Now this is a premium feature, but I want to show you guys how it works because I think it's super cool. I can design a very custom path for that dancer to follow while transitioning from the first to the second formation. So we just created that curved path, but let's view it when we play the music. And you can see that full path is now animated. A couple more features. I'm going to throw a comment on the stage. Let's say there are a ton of dancers here. Maybe something's getting cramped. I can type, these dancers might get tight. And now anyone that goes and views the performance can see, oh, we left a note here, make sure to watch out when we're actually performing live. We can look out for that. Another big feature is 3D. So I can view the dancers in 3D, I can see the transitions in 3D, I can play to view those transitions in 3D, and those curved paths are still there. I can also move dancers around in 3D. Now, the real purpose of 3D is that you can see the dancers from a judge's perspective. So oftentimes judges will sit elevated from the audience, and they're looking down on the dancers like that, and you want to be able to create performances that kind of elicit like a really good strong attention for those judges, something that they're really going to like. So that's the 3D view. Let's get into some more stuff here. You can throw in new dancers in the roster section. We're just going to go down the list here on the left, dancer 3, and that dancer will automatically be added to all your formations. You don't have to add it in yourself. Media we covered. We have formation templates, also a premium feature. We're going to add more in the future, but right now we just have a horizontal and a vertical line, so I can select a horizontal line and organize all the dancers that way. Collision detection, another huge one. I'm just going to undo that. Let's say we throw that on. Now, no dancers are colliding right now, but let's say this dancer gets in the way of this curved path. We can see all of those paths where the collision occurs are going to be illuminated, so we can see those even though we have those paths turned off. We can see the exact point at which the collision will occur, and we can adjust the collision sensitivity by adjusting the collision radius, and you can see the dancer will collide at more than one point if we have the collision radius a little bit higher. And I just want to play that for you guys so you guys can see. Watch that point right there. We can actually hold that point the entire time, and they'll collide right there. So that allows you to be proactive about dancer collisions. So maybe you don't resolve them in FORMI, but during the performance you can kind of pay attention to those kinds of things and just be aware. So a couple more settings, getting to the final features here. Width, height of the stage, fairly intuitive. Grid subdivisions, another premium feature. And then you can also change the stage background. You can remove the grid, you can throw in your own image, or you can do like a cheer stage. Let's keep it grid for now. Yeah, so those are the main things that you guys have to know when using FORMI. I hope that was like a quick, good introduction so you guys can get started. I do want to show you guys a full-fledged performance just so you guys can see like what it actually looks like. You can see we have like formation categories here where this is like the intro, and you can see, let's turn off, let's turn off previous formation, and let's also turn off collision so we can kind of clean it up here. You can see you can quickly browse through formations so that you can see exactly where they would go, and you can also click on 3D, browse through them there, and you can kind of shuffle through them pretty quickly and without playing it. But when you play it, it really gets cool because then you can play it along with your dancers, and they can hear the music, and they can also make sure, you know, a choreographer can be looking at the formations in virtually, but also in real life. So those are the main features. I hope that gave you a quick tutorial of how to get started, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, but that's it for now. Thank you guys.